name is Jamie. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know right now especially there's a lot of Apple content out there, so thank you so much for clicking on this one. Just like it's important to shop local, it's important to support these small channels like myself. And it doesn't cost you a single thing. Just subscribe, like, talk to me down in the comments section, and if I'm interesting enough, just watch all the way until the end. But as you can see, we have right here the iPhone 13 Pro in its new Sierra blue color. We're gonna unbox this thing, talk about some of the specs. Again, there's nothing new or surprising except some of the camera features that are inside. But what's also really cool about this year's Pro lineup is that there are no differences between the Pro and the Pro Max aside from the obvious screen size and battery life. So they still come in 4 gorgeous colors. Again, this is the Sierra Blue. It comes in graphite, gold, and my last year I had the silver, and it's still in that same stunning color as well. Although this one here does have that 6.1-inch display, I think that's plenty of screen real estate. Again, I was very happy with the stunning finish, this color, and I was actually very happy with the size. But we will see now that all the specs, all the inside stuff are exactly the same. We'll see if I'm making the right choice. To be honest, I am a little nervous about it, but we will experiment. So although last year I was using the iPhone 12 Pro Max in its larger size, I was very happy with it, very happy with the color, all of those things. But we're gonna go down in size for the first time in a while. Back when the iPhone 10 came out, because it was the only option when it initially came out, I did have that smaller size and everything was fine, everything was great, and then the bigger sizes came out, so we always go with the larger. But we're going to be going with the smaller size here, and as you can see, I have the iPad mini next to me, so hopefully these 2 sizes will do just fine in my day-to-day life. And I did go by the Apple store earlier today to pick up some accessories for this iPhone, which just arrived. The line was just so crazy, so long. I was there because I do work right outside the Apple store, and if that's not just crazy and just being tempted every single day, it's kind of like Adam and Eve. They're tempted by that apple, and you know they're gonna bite the apple. That's my situation every single day. But today I did not go inside. The line was just too long. I just wanted to get home, open this up, and show you guys this new color. But pretty soon I will be unboxing a lot of fall accessories. So to go with this iPhone here, maybe a new wristband, and maybe an accessory for this iPad mini. So be sure to be subscribed to the channel. And actually YouTube tells me a lot of you are hit that notification bell. So if that's the case, thank you so much. And if it's not the case, please consider doing so right down there, down below, maybe right now as we take a little break before we open this one up. So it makes sense to start out by talking about the packaging. And like many of you, I've watched so many unboxings. I really like to see that authentic reaction of someone opening up an iPhone. It's a little less exciting when someone's opening up like a dozen and they have to send them back. But someone opening up an iPhone and just getting that sheer joy, there's something really special about that and tech, and I just could watch it over and over, and that's what I do, and that's why I enjoy making these videos. But back to the packaging, when I was watching all of these videos, I noticed that there was no clear plastic wrap, and I thought that was because maybe they were trying to cut down on time, filming time, so they removed some of the plastic so they could just dive on in and open all the phones. But that is not the case. So Apple is cutting back, and they removed the plastic, so now you'll only see 2 little pull tabs along there, and that's the only thing keeping the iPhone concealed and blocked in its packaging. It's a little weird because the iPad mini 6 here has all of the plastic, all of the things, and they were released exactly at the same time. But so it'll be interesting to see if this is the packaging technique going forward. I don't know how that's going to protect it from the elements, weather, because things are still going to get wet, but it'll be interesting to see what's inside. So again, in all honesty, I think I am going to miss removing that plastic wrap and just kind of throwing it over my shoulder as I do, but get why they're doing it. It'll be interesting to see what they'll remove next year. Maybe no cord at all. I mean, at this point, I have more cords than I have charging bricks, but we will see, we will see. So as far as this model goes, there aren't too many significant changes between the 12 to the 13. We did get a redesign last year with these amazing flat edges, which I've absolutely enjoyed. The surgical grade stainless steel rim has not quite held up as far as durability, so I don't use a case the majority of the time, but I've never managed to crack either the back or the front of the screen. It has several dings and scrapes scrapes. As I've mentioned, I've dropped it a dozen times, but it's never cracked. So I think that has something to say about the ceramic shield that was introduced last year. And again, I really do like that matte glass finish that's found in the back that was introduced with the iPhone 11. I'm glad they've kept that trend going and it still exists even with all these new colors. It wasn't redesigns because if it's not broken, don't fix it, Apple. All right, but let's go ahead and open it on up. And I gotta tell you, nothing gives me quite as much joy as opening up a brand new electronic. It doesn't necessarily have to be Apple, but even computers have been opening up. I just get so much joy out of it. Maybe not more joy than like world peace or something, but definitely enjoyable. So let's go ahead and open up these pull tabs. Again, there's two, one along the top, one along the bottom. Pretty simple, straightforward. Ooh, it is pretty durable. Give it that. Go give it that. More than just a sticker. Drop it. Give it the little shimmy. Oh my goodness. Joy. It's such a nice blue. Like a little silvery glow. I would say it sort of reminds me of a Tiffany blue. Not quite as vibrant as a Tiffany blue, but similar on the spectrum. Love Tiffany's. Had it once. That story did not end well, so hopefully this story does end well. Go ahead and lift her up. Again, no, this is gonna be a size difference, so it's, okay, so it doesn't feel heavy. I heard that it feels heavy, but maybe that's because I've been carrying a Pro Max. Yeah, I'll say they're similar, considering that this one is smaller than the Pro Max. They do have a similar size. This isn't like a scientific breakdown, that is just a general impression. The sides, oh my god, it's such a nice bluish shine. People are saying that the cameras do bump, and of course they bump. Yeah, and they're definitely bigger, but I wouldn't say I'm like wowed by the massiveness of them, especially considering all that they do, but we'll set this aside. Charging cord, probably not even gonna use that. SIM ejector tool thing, so we're gonna set this off because we'll definitely need that. And an Apple sticker that, you know, everyone's making this fuss about this paper that they put it on, but paper is paper, people. Designed by California in Apple, cool beans. Funny story, named my brand new dog after Cupertino, California, so her name is Cupertino. Cooper, I'll flash his picture, you'll see his picture, his face, probably several times. He is a handsome little boy, but he's actually chewing and he fell asleep, which is great that he fell asleep because he's been biting my ankles while I've been trying to film this, but he finally fell asleep. But anyway, back to the purpose of this video. Okay, so go ahead and peel it off, satisfying. It's not sticky or anything, voila. Oh my god, the size though. The size is okay. It's not that small. Actually, up until iOS 15 came out, which was like 4 days ago or something, I had my icons as small, not realizing it, and then I enlarged the icons and now it fills up a lot of the screen real estate. So there you go. So I don't think it's going to be a problem. I had everything small anyway, and I was using big screen. But anyway, okay, I keep getting sidetracked. Back to the video. Okay. And now as far as the setup process go, we're just going to turn her on. Press the power button. That's all we'll do. We'll go through iCloud later. If you've seen one setup, you've seen it all. You've done it. Apple logo. Gorge. So some of the standout features in the iPhone 13 lie within the display. So I never particularly found that the screen was slow or sluggish at all, but a lot of people like to complain, so that's what they do. And Apple improved it by including its Apple ProMotion display, which is found on their iPads. So pretty much what that means is that the screen is able to adjust from 10 Hertz to 120 Hertz depending on what content you're reviewing or what's occurring with your screen. So for a better idea for what this means, most videos and movies, including this one that you're viewing, me, is recorded on 24 frames per second. So that's the speed you're viewing. So therefore, that's the speed your screen is going to use. So prior models had a 60 Hertz screen. So you wouldn't normally notice it unless you were scrolling quickly or watching a fast action movie or game. Another improvement this year over last year is its screen brightness. So if you've ever heard the saying, it's always sunny in Philadelphia, let me tell you, it is true. It was hot, it was sunny, and there were so many circumstances where it was difficult to view my screen. So the iPhone 12 Pros were able to reach 800 nits of brightness. This year, the iPhone 13 Pros were able to reach 1000 to 1200 nits of brightness depending on what kind of content you're viewing. So if you are viewing HDR content, it will reach that 1200 nits of brightness, but traditionally I'll probably stick around to 1000 nits, which is still over a 20% improvement over the iPhone 12 Pro. So just sign me up for that. The final thing that I'd like to mention as far as the screen goes is that the notch did get a decrease. From what Apple is saying, it has decreased by about 20%, but I have seen that some apps have not yet adapted to this bezel change, and it's slightly deeper because of the earpiece has been moved all the way to the top. It really is just a hair from what I've seen online, not that big of a deal, and it should be easy to change. So now moving on to the inside. So it is running the A15 Bionic chip, and Apple did not spend too much time talking about it, so chances are you're not going to see any drastic improvements over the 14, but whatever improvements there are, they're probably going to support the screen and those camera features while maintaining performance and battery life. Now, speaking of battery life, it does have an hour and a half of improvement over last year's 12 Pro. So like I mentioned, I am coming from the 12 Pro Max, which actually has a larger battery inside, but I've been very happy with that battery life, battery health. So seeing that this one has an improvement over last year, I'm very, very appreciative of that, and I do already have the MagSafe battery pack, so maybe now I'll finally be able to use it because I've never had the need to use it before. And then of course this is 5G ready, and it already ships with iOS 15, which is available now, so you can update your current iPhone and get the same software, which is amazing. I think it supports all the way up to the iPhone 6. If you still have an iPhone 6, God bless you. If you really need to update, just do it, bite the bullet. But it's really great to see that Apple's products, hardware, are all able to last so long. That is great, and I know Apple is pricey, but they're durable, they stand by their products, and they build them well. But really the standout features this year lie within the camera. They really stand out quite literally. They're bulging out. All three lenses on the cameras got a complete makeover. And primarily those improvements are with the ultra-wide that is said to capture 92% more light and have a 1.8 aperture. The main one camera shoots as low as 1.5, and the telephoto now has 3 times optical zoom, and there is this built-in stabilization that is now available on all models across the board. Stabilization was a feature that was originally just locked into the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which again was one of the reasons why I went with the larger size, but now it's available all the way down to the mini, and that is quite impressive. And then as far as the camera app, you are able to choose your own photographic type style for your photos. So if you are trying to maintain a look or an image, either if it's for yourself or your brand, you're able to shoot those pictures with those filters without having to adjust during post afterwards. And the last little photography feature that I'd like to talk about is the introduction of macro mode, which allows you to get extreme detailed shots of any object while it's in focus. Not sure, but I do hope this works in video shooting as well, as I think this would really make for great content when I'm trying to get detailed product shots of whatever it is that I'm shooting. And then of course, one of the biggest wows that came out of the keynote, and even watching videos as people open up and test out these iPhones, is the introduction of cinematic mode for video. So with that mode, you're able to keep a certain object, person, or whatever the case may be in focus while blurring out everything else. And that is not just the impressive part, not that impressive bokeh during video, but it's the fact that you could go back and edit what's in focus after the fact. That is truly impressive. Of course, it's a digital bokeh, it's not a real bokeh, but that is some impressive videography skills, and the fact that your phone just does it, it is quite impressive. So if you do like to shoot reels, TikToks, whatever your jam is, that is such a standout feature for such a small form factor. And then along with all these video features, later on, probably in the fall, that's what happened last year, is the introduction of ProRes RAW video editing. So pretty much that means there's just going to be so much information in your video files, which makes them larger, but you'll be able to adjust a lot of things that you normally wouldn't be able to do if you are trying to edit a video on something like iMovie or Final Cut Pro. But because the video files are larger, they have upped the size of their phones. Now you're able to get all the way up to 1 terabyte of storage. And if you are looking to take advantage of this feature, it won't be introduced in the smaller iPhone model, which I believe is 128. It'll be introduced in 256 or above if you do want to take advantage of that feature. So if that's you, just keep that in mind. Again, it's due to the large storage files of these videos. Now I think that just sums about everything up. I can't wait to use this. Of course, there'll be follow-up videos, there's that accessory videos, that and some that works. Of course, we have this guy here, the iPad mini. So excited to open and try that. Again, I've been looking to keep these guys to be my arsenal for the next year or so, my go-to devices. Again, that is probably why I wanted to go with this smaller size here, matched it up with a mini, should be perfect. Take my MacBook. I could spend a whole day just surviving off of those 3 products, which I think is what they were kind of going with. But anyway, I'll leave it there. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of this video. Please talk to me in the comments. What do you think about this iPhone? What do you think about the colors? Are you updating, not updating? It doesn't matter what you want to talk about. I like to chat with each and every one of you. Please consider subscribing. Just please, 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 again, support small channels like myself. Hit that like button, even the dislike button actually helps. So if you want to hit that, that's cool too, but I like to see the likes. Hit the likes, and yeah, until next time, see ya.